Hello and welcome to Inside Leaders Heads. This is Mark Bencover, my guest Dee Jae Durante, and thank you for the
Yay.
people that are already in. Let's see, we got Mackenzie Duffy. Yeah. He's a new. I think we connected. If not, send me another connection request. I'm bad at that. And then Juana, one of my favorite people.
Yes.
Anyways, the pleasure of doing this show and being the host. I don't talk much, but in the beginning, I get to introduce my guests, and I get to say, "Hey, why did I want Dee Jae on this show?" Dee Jae to me. So this show is all about exploring leaders and getting inside their heads, exploring their passions, how they found their passion, their purpose, how they live it, any advice they have for us, that kind of thing. And yeah, Dee Jae is a leader. She's a triple threat. And I don't know if you ever remember X Factor, but they would call contestants triple threat when they had like the image and they had the talent, and then I forgot what the third thing was. But as far as leaders go, the triple threat is they're a leader. She is a leader in what she does. She does things, she does them well, and I'll talk about what she does in a second. But we're human beings, not human doings. And then she helps inspire others so that others can go impact the world. And then just by who she is in her human beingness, she helps the world. So that's the triple threat. So in her work, leader, impacting the world, leader, helping others, leader. So there you go. She's an
Oh,
Air Force veteran, disability advocate, educator. I like that. I can start using that better because I always use teacher, trainer, educator sounds better. And live stream host and podcaster. You also produce other people's shows, right? Don't you do behind the scenes?
I do like to do behind the scenes. I
Yeah,
do.
so she does that too. And then she's just a great friend to have. I mean, I've been having a tough time the last 4 months, I'm guessing. And actually, two of my favorite supporters, Juana and Dee Jae, they support me because I mean, I have my dog too. Oh, she's not here. But my dog and my fiance, Charlotte, probably should have gone in the other direction, but oh well. But people, help lift me up. So, I mean, that's why I wanted her on this show. I'm very excited to have you as a guest, and you could like
Thank
obviously
you.
introduce yourself as well. But that's why I wanted you on the show.
I appreciate it, Mark. Thank you. Thank you. No, I remember meeting you a couple months ago, maybe more towards the new year. I think I hadn't even really started live streaming myself. I was still a new streamer, and I was watching you. I was watching lots of people,
Mhm.
um, and I would support you. So I just and then just checking up on you.
Yeah,
It's
and
been
then
a
I
good
mean you do
friendship.
comments and messages. It's kind of cool,
Yeah,
and I
just
appreciate it. I appreciate
that's
everyone. I've
that's
got them all saved in my memory box. No, just kidding.
oh
I have
well,
on the message. I have on the
it,
message thing.
it's not easy live streaming and putting on shows, and support is
Heck,
always
life's
nice.
not easy.
Yeah,
At least
support is
right
always
now.
so nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah,
So,
I have my show that I do on Mondays, Let Your Mayhem Be Known. Something that I love to do, and we'll talk a little bit about that. It started
yeah.
as a passion project. There we go. It was totally a passion project that came out of the C19 when I was home. And I wanted to challenge myself in some way. I had some ideas of what I wanted to do. I wasn't really sure. My general background is in social services. I'm trying to
Mhm.
make sure I say it the right way. Social services, not a social worker, because you have to be licensed for social work, but social
Right.
services and just really always working with the community, vulnerable populations, individuals with disabilities, individuals with mental health issues, severe mental illnesses, individuals that are in the system, the child welfare system, working with parents with substance abuse issues or domestic violence or anger management, needing all diverse types of services to really help improve their lives, to get their children back. I mean, I really like to help job seekers with disabilities refine their skills and polish up their resumes and really find their true voice to put themselves out there again and join the workforce again. So in that work with resumes and interviewing and branding and networking and connecting and what we help others do and learn in order to obtain opportunity. When I started working with the individuals with disabilities, you just come across so many more barriers than just your
Yeah.
able body job seeker. So really that right there lit the fire for the reason for the show.
Yeah.
When
Well, I
I
mean, they
felt
have to do their work and they have to fight the environment of their work.
right. So it really just touches me how so many stories are so similar, and so many are going through the same like difficulties and struggles, and everyone feels so alone. And that really made me sad when, especially when COVID was, really, really like putting everyone down into isolation.
Yeah.
So,
Well,
and
everyone feels alone and they think they're the only also. You know what I mean
yeah,
by that? I mean, they feel alone because they're not connected to people, but then they also feel like they're the only people experiencing what they're experiencing. And it's like, no, not only you're not alone, you can connect, but other people have felt that and they can help you.
absolutely.
And DJ's one of them.
That connection is so important. That support, all it takes is one person to believe in you.
Yeah.
All it
That's
takes
true.
is just one individual to say, it's going to be fine. You can move forward. You have support. We can continue to grow that support system. There will be others. Don't be scared.
So but this passion you have around this, so
Yes.
what do you call it? Not social work, but social.
It's a social service. Well, I've been
Social
working in
services.
social services, just
Oh,
the type of work I've done throughout my career. Is my camera blurry? No, the camera's looking a little blurry. I don't know. Sorry.
I think it's autofocus, so when you move back and forth, I don't know. It seems okay.
But yeah, so very true. One person can make a difference. Thank you. I appreciate that. I'm gonna say hi to the chat. I didn't say hello directly, but so true. So true. One person can make a difference. So thank you for your support.
Yeah.
Always supporting you too. But yeah, I just think it's important to, for me, that really goes back to my purpose and what I've done my whole life.
Mm-hmm.
Just amplifying, providing assistance to, inspiring, and really just providing some sort of energy
to
help others move forward and make, feel inspired.
Did you do that in the Air Force as well?
In the Air Force?
Yeah.
No, in the Air Force. Oh, that camera's driving me nuts. In the Air Force,
you look right.
In the Air Force, I worked on air.
Captions are working, but
yeah, let us know. Captions are so important. Definitely want to make sure those are working. But in the Air Force, I worked on aircraft. I worked on C-130s. I was a crew chief. And it was really fun. Don't get me wrong. I really enjoyed working on aircraft. I just knew that my passion and my purpose and what I was going to do in life really revolved around people and humans and spirits and souls. And that connection with another person to help them through their life, some capacity in some way. It could be a small way or it could be a really impactful way. So
did you hey, my bro's there. Yo,
hi,
Brian.
bro. What's up, bro?
My literal bro.
Thinking
because otherwise, if he wasn't my real brother, I would call him bra, because that's the new cool lingo. So he's my bro and my bra.
Bro, what's up, bra?
Well, don't you think though, the only reason I asked about the Air Force, I know it wasn't your direct roles and responsibilities, but I'm guessing, and you can tell me, as a crew chief, you inspired the people that worked with you and for you, don't you think?
Sure.
You lifted them up.
That's a big responsibility.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, we're a team. We're a team, not, but in a sense, crew chiefs, there's a sense of leadership there. There's a sense of concern and authority and safety also with your aircraft that you have to take care of when you have a team of people.
I mean, I just think
transferring that same sort of mentality, it doesn't really matter what environment you're working in or who you're working with. Oh, what's up? So shout out to the chat. But
do the chat.
I think leadership, leadership is, if you're a leader, you're a leader. So I think those qualities naturally just come out in everything you do, whether it's something you're doing at home, something, an errands you're trying to run, your work. I think that naturally just oozes out all those qualities that one carries. And I didn't think of myself as a leader for a very, very long time.
A lot of leaders don't.
Right. And
But that makes them better leaders, I think.
Right. I was like, wait, what?
Yeah.
Me? No. But
Yeah.
I mean, it really took a program. I completed the Mission Continues program for women veteran for a leadership cohort. It was about 5-6 month program.
See?
And I was so excited. I loved it. They fantastic. We worked on the I for inspiring. There's an assessment. We take some of those leadership assessments.
Right.
So I came out an the DISC assessment.
Oh yeah, DISC. Okay.
The DISC. There we go. So that was one that we did, and we did some.
Remember what I came out. It doesn't matter.
Yeah. Well. Okay. Let's pull up the chat. Usama, Kenny, welcome. I didn't give you all a hello, a shout out. Shout out.
And we'll go Little Brewster. There's a story about
Little
that.
girl. Yes. Mackenzie.
Actually,
yes.
Sparkle.
Sparkle.
Sorry, I didn't mean to get more excited about Sparkle than everything.
We're getting excited about every single person
I know.
here.
Yeah.
Why not?
Sparkle's cool. Sparkle's going to be on my show.
Yes.
She's agreed to. I just haven't gotten around to scheduling her, but
it takes time. It all takes time, and everything happens as it should, when it should.
Yeah.
I actually had Sparkle in my thoughts, and I actually watched her on another live with one of my dear friends, Deborah Abbott from Leading Dragons.
Cool.
So she had an amazing episode there.
Yeah, I mean,
I watched that episode there for you, Sparkle.
I think I've seen Sparkle on three different friends' shows, and it's always pretty nice.
Mm-hmm.
So, and that nice sounds too lame. It was a great show. It was inspiring.
And
she's got a great story. She's got a big heart. She's very well. Actually, you two are a lot alike.
Oh yeah,
a lot of happiness involved.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah. And so the only reason I asked about the Air Force, by the way, is I think.
Oh.
And this is like my 20th Inside Leaders Head show. And everyone's not necessarily wholly agreed with me, so I'll check it out with you.
Okay.
But I think your passions, once you're about 5 to 7 years old, somewhere in there, they kind of stay the same. It's just you express them differently, you experience them differently. And so that's kind of why I asked about the Air Force. Whereas for me, your purpose is almost like a higher level goal or dream. And once we accomplish those, we move on to another one. So purpose change. But that's just my viewpoint. But that's why I asked about the Air Force. But let's go back into like the Mayhem show. And so do you have a separate show called Silver Fox Talks, or is that just your channel?
That's the handle. That's just my that's my LLC, because I do have a business and I got an LLC.
I had to get one of them.
Serious, right? I mean, I take the work seriously. It is important.
Oh no, yeah, you're serious. I wasn't.
Yeah, so that's the handle. It's easy for individuals to hopefully remember and find. I made the spelling simple, and I just use it across all the platforms.
Well, I think it was after knowing you 3 months, I was like totally confused. Okay, what do I call you? Do I call you?
Do I call you because
Dee Jae? Do I call you Silver Fox?
That's because I originally had my my other name, like my name, and then I just went with Dee Jae, which is more like what is it?
Initials or handle?
Yeah, they're my initials, right? It is my initials, D and the J, right?
Yeah.
But I just okay, and that's where there was confusion. You were like, "What do I call you?" I'm like,
I know.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with DJ.
Yeah, I know. DJ's cool.
Easy to remember, and I always had like those names where people are like Denise or Diana or Debbie, and I'm like, no.
Right.
So that was it. But I think everybody has stories related to their names.
Oh yeah. Well, I have lots of nicknames, but we won't go into those.
Yeah, that's okay. But anyways, yeah. So about the show, I don't know. What did you want to ask? Usama's going to be on the show.
Sure. Usama, anyone in the guests who wants to be on the show can be on the show.
No. Well, Usama's going to be on my show on Monday.
Oh, on your show. I'll say. When is your show? By the way?
This Monday.
Monday.
The 12th. Monday the 12th. I mean, every Monday, but it's at 7:30 Eastern time. And I know that the time changes. So it's like DT now instead of ST standard time. It's the other time. So, but it's still
And then is the best way
7:30.
to go to your YouTube channel or LinkedIn or?
Well, I stream to both and Twitch. So Twitch is
Okay.
obviously like the fun platform that I really enjoy.
Right.
I want to encourage individual and viewers to go on Twitch.
Okay.
YouTube is there. That's like the long run. Like that's for videos to stay there permanently and be
Right.
searchable. I always encourage, using the name of your guest in your
Yeah.
YouTube. So that way, if someone's searching your guest, your video will show up. That's, and then of course, LinkedIn. I got to have it on LinkedIn. So it'll be on
Oh,
LinkedIn
yeah.
every week. So,
Yeah, I mean, right now we're on Facebook, my Facebook group, my YouTube channel,
oh,
and on LinkedIn.
all right. Awesome.
Yeah. And then,
Yeah.
I should get on Twitch. But
Well,
can you do it on Discord or no?
I don't know.
Yeah, I
What do you
just
mean?
get on the
I
Discord
don't
with the beast node.
I don't mess too much with the Discord. I'm so busy, and I don't know how to stream into there or how that works
Right.
or how they do it when they're doing the games and stuff. It's really fun, but I just
I
don't.
think that's where we met, isn't it? On the beast node, or did we meet on LinkedIn? I guess
I
it doesn't
think
matter.
it was LinkedIn, and then you
Okay.
jumped over to the Beast Node, and I was like, "Hey," and they're like, "Who's this?" And I'm like, "That's Mark." So yeah, but and then you kind of disappeared, and that's when I was like, "Where's Mark? I haven't seen him stream in a couple weeks." And that's when I reached out, and you told me that you were traveling and had some
the worst move ever. It's gonna be a movie.
But anyways,
let's go back to.
I want to go back to your question about the purpose or the passion.
Purpose, yeah.
And you said disagree with me, and I was going to disagree with you. I think
okay, cool.
But
what do you think?
Take
Are
it
your
from
passions?
Yeah, let's take it.
Do you find them once and then you're done, or they grow?
Okay, well, I studied. Dee Jae, you hush your mouth over there with you seeing me in the Discord. And there goes the camera again. I really do apologize for that. Okay, so when I was looking up the definition, I'm going to mess with this camera for just a second. Oh God, come on. Work. It's not going to work right now. Okay, it doesn't. Purpose is the reason. So by definition, when I went back to look at it, it's the reason. Oh gosh, that we do something, right? Or something is created. So I don't know. Purpose is long term. Oh, this camera is messing with me. Oh, did I get it? I don't know, folks. I'm sorry. Autofocus
is good there.
A beast. And I'm fuzzy.
But now you're going to have to be like this also.
It's like when you're wearing glasses, but your glasses are like...
Oh, I know. The only reason I'm wearing glasses is because I want to keep with the chat. Because if I don't have my glasses on, I can't read it.
Oh, yeah. All right. Well, it's okay. Now, passion is a feeling. So purpose is a reason, but passion is a feeling or the emotion. Now, I think since passion is a feeling or emotion, you can have that feeling and emotion towards multiple things, different things, and they can change throughout your life. So you can be passionate about specific toys when you're a young child, and then you can be passionate about older things, older toys when you're an adult, right? So like whatever that may be, and that turns into our hobbies, whether we're like to go outside and do adventures like paddleboarding, like really finding some enjoyment and some paddleboarding. And I love the water and being outside. So that for me is really where I find passion is in water related activities or dancing. I find passion in dancing because of that emotion it brings. And with my purpose, I feel like my purpose has never changed. And I think my purpose is so closely related to your values, which is something that I've really been doing a lot of work with when it comes to the soul-centered experience and Annie and Mike, and doing a lot of that more soul-centered work, finding my core values just to make sure that I am aligning from the inside out. Yeah. Oh, and this camera's driving me nuts, but thank you. I appreciate the chat. Y'all like that? You like me dropping those?
That's cool. But I mean, so I think maybe.
Let's see. What?
I flipped them, the passion and the purpose, because
I don't.
Sparkle's saying finding your purpose fuels your passion. I think it's the other way around. Use your passion to fuel your purpose, but.
Ooh, you're gonna have to take a poll. Make a poll, like everybody.
Yeah, I know.
Poll.
Well, because I do this exercise where what you said, like your water related stuff, your dancing. So I
Yeah.
ask you to look at stuff like that, and then how do
Hmm.
you feel? Because I think you can get that feeling in your work as well.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so
And
you
you
look for
should.
those things, and then how do you get those things in your work? And then, yeah.
Well, this is something I focus a lot on in what I do when I work with individuals that are job seekers, that have a disability, that are coming out of long-term unemployment, are looking to find what can they do, how can they do it, because they can't do what they used to do X amount of years ago due to
Right.
whatever new barriers now they have before them. So really there has to be a lot of exploration, a lot of assessing, and a lot of communication, and just kind of diving deep and not feeling like you're obligated to only do what has been, I guess, imposed on you, right? Told like you can only do this or you can only have these kinds of jobs.
Right.
And oftentimes people don't feel the self-confidence or the self-esteem to take on a new endeavor and to really branch out. It's easier to play the safe card. It's easier to go to try to do something that you've already done in the past. You know, you probably don't want to do it, but you know how to do it.
Well, yeah, people get stuck.
And then they get stuck, right? So it's
Yeah.
really getting past that. It's really,
Yeah. Well, I
using
want to see
again those
everybody live their
passions.
passion because
Yeah.
otherwise, kind of.
But I agree, passion can lead you to purpose, and vice. I think there is really a two, like it can go
Oh
in both
yeah.
ways.
It's one of
It
the.
can,
What is that?
like a
The
ball.
big.
It's like a ball. I don't know.
Yeah, or like the snake eating its tail, or either way, it can go
Like
either
an
way. You can
infinite.
start
Yeah, it
anywhere.
can go either way. I think.
Yeah, that's why I smushed
I,
them together because I used to ask separately,
I
and
don't
actually
know.
I asked you separately, so I fell
Yeah.
back on bad
I'm gonna
habits.
try one more time. Oh God. Oh, I don't know. I'm gonna have to get a new. Oh, there we go. That worked.
Yay! DJ in the house.
I try. So much for producer technical.
That's right. Yeah.
But okay, let's
Cool.
read this. I want to hear some of the chat stuff what they're saying.
Okay.
Let's pull up some chat comments.
All right.
Let's see. Getting out of your comfort zone can be challenging. Exactly. And especially when you feel isolated or alone, unsupported, you don't know your skills, you don't have that confidence, might not know your passions right now. You might not know your purpose anymore. You feel like you've lost your purpose. A lot of people relate to their success,
Yep.
to their career. And if you don't have a career, then you don't feel a sense of purpose, even though there's other kinds of purposes, right? Like whether it's to, I don't know, take care of your family, right?
Right.
Like some people feel like, so everybody's purposes are different. And I do think actually they might be able to change through, what I thought was my purpose when I was younger. Ultimately, I discovered that it's not really my purpose, or it was
It was
maybe
your purpose
select.
then, and then you grew out of it, or you
Yeah,
learned
or it was
something and
just
you
someone
exploded.
told you, or you were told that that's your purpose and you believed it. You didn't know. You couldn't see beyond or feel beyond
Right.
because of.
Yeah, I completely agree. And then Mackenzie said he found.
Definitely found a few passions later on in life. So I totally think that if we are growing and we are developing and we are progressing, and we're as leaders encouraging others to, then you should expect people to say, wow, I think I found something new, a new passion, a new purpose, a new meaning, a new reason.
And then we missed this one, but since you were speaking wisdom again, we just went there.
Thank you.
Usama, way to go! See, Usama has the internal comment. We can keep going back to that every time you talk about 3 sentences. Okay, and now we're gonna bring it up again. Usama says, DJ dropping the wisdom.
We'll drop some wisdom Monday night, my friend. I can't
right.
wait. Isolation can come in many forms, but it can allow you chances to find more of yourself. Very good. Very nice. Deep.
Yeah, do you journal or meditate or do any of that kind of stuff? Or
so yeah, we can talk a little bit about that. I like to meditate.
I'm sorry, was that a left turn? I just said kind of following up on Mackenzie.
Well, no, but I think it's great. I think it's a good question because as a leader, those practices, you want to incorporate those more holistic, self-insightful practices in you and your team and those around you. You want everyone to be in the best version of themselves. No one wants to be surrounded by a bunch of individuals that are just lost, right? And if you do find someone that's lost, at least for me, I like to encourage them to understand that there's opportunities out there, like there's that work can be done, and that there's more to consider. I guess there's other considerations. I don't know if that makes sense.
No, that makes sense. But you do that 360 degrees in your life, right? I mean, that's your job. Then that's kind of who you are. You do that for people even that are not related to your job, not clients. And then you kind of who Dee Jae is, you do that. You help lost people.
I just find it really is passion for me to really be side by side, meeting people where they are. Something I've learned recently to really say, because it resonated, is meeting people where they are. Something I've done my whole life. I don't expect you to be where I'm at. I don't expect you to find a way to me.
Right.
I enjoy and I like coming to where I need to be, where I should be, where I'm called to be, where the light needs to be.
So this may be a difficult question, because I think you do it naturally and intrinsically.
Okay.
But can you, let's say I am a noob and I don't know how to go where people are. What are some of your suggestions of how to get there? Because I think you just automatically, you got like a switch in your head and you go, but then I'm there with you, and people feel it. But I don't think everybody can do that. But I think it can be taught, don't you?
Yes. Okay. So again, ask the question one more time, because that was a really good question. If you can.
Oh yeah, no, I can. So the core of the question, without the bent cover rambling around it, is what
it's
do you think? How do you go to where people are?
I think active listening.
Yeah. And what does that mean? Because a lot of people don't know.
Active listening, thinking outside yourself and not making it about you, and just taking moments to pay attention to the other person without putting on your prejudices or biases or your agenda.
What to think.
Have an agenda.
What you're going to say next. Yeah, what you're going to say next, and proving your point. Yeah.
I think people sometimes like to talk without really listening. Not, some individuals.
As demonstrated by me a couple minutes ago.
Well, it's naturally like being reactive, like that reactive behavior, catching yourself and not being so reactive, it just takes time to take a breath, to take a pause, and to really acknowledge. And I think that's a great place to start if you don't know how to meet somebody where they're at.
So take a breath, just listen.
Yes, for yourself. Like, okay, I know that I've got to do this and I got to get that done, and I'm moving, and everyone's got so much to do, to take care of, responsibilities, pressures, demands, expectations. But when you're taking that moment to interact with someone, and in those interpersonal moments, to find how to meet someone where they're at, you have to first be quiet.
Yep. And one of my favorite.
And
go ahead. I'll be quiet.
Oh no. And then you and then maybe you can find the conversation will give you clues to which direction you got to go.
Right. Yeah. One of my favorite exercises in active listening. The only reason I said that is there's a lot of people, especially like on LinkedIn, Clubhouse, other social things, whenever they say I am being, and then they throw the word, it could either be authentic, or I'm active listening, or I'm a servant leader. Whenever they say that, 99 times out of 100, they're not being that thing they just said they're being. So that's just my judgment, I know. But one of my favorite exercises in active listening, I don't know if you've ever done improv, but one of the things I did in the past is study with Second City and Improv Olympics and things like that. And the easiest initial exercise you usually do in improv is called yes and. And if you're good at it, basically you just take a sentence. Someone starts with a sentence. You could get it from the audience, you just make it up. And then the next person has to say yes and the whole exercise is you can't block what they said. You can only add to what they said. Then the next person does it. And the interesting thing is, some of the people who think they're the funniest block, and it's so obvious. They're like, the story will stop because they already thought about what they're going to say, and then no matter what the other person says, they force it in there, and you're like, dude, that didn't work. You got to active listen. But yeah, active listening is important. What's another thing you think?
Oh boy, I thought
Well,
that
no,
was a
I
pretty
mean,
good,
if it's
juicy
not going to
one.
flow, we can go somewhere else.
Oh no, I
You're
don't know. I
natural.
mean,
You're natural. So
I'll try to think of something. But yeah, I mean, the original question, where were we at? Where meeting
how do
someone
you
where
go to
they're
where
at?
someone's at? Because you were saying that's very important to go
Yeah,
somewhere where someone go to where someone else is, meaning emotionally, physically, mentally, all that good stuff.
psychologically,
Yeah,
yeah.
psychologically.
So, and to be a support, to be able to, if you're trying to express those values, those are the values I like to express. So I guess it just
Yeah.
depends on who you are and what you're made of and your character and your
Right.
personal value system. I can only speak for my personal value system and what I find important and where I really spend most of my time in my leadership, and where I find to feel that I want to be the most and with who I want to be the most.
Right.
And that's where I want to be, is, being an advocate and being a voice, and, just kind of creating a little mayhem here and there.
Yeah, let's talk about that. How did you come up with that? I love that. I love that title.
Because we have so much, because everyone's got shit. Everyone's got shit and garbage and drama and trash and all this stuff. And then sometimes we have things that we put ourselves down for, and we think that they're trash, and they think that there's like these bad parts of us, even though they're not. It's because of we've been treated, because the way we have been made to feel, that we just feel so low about ourselves. And that's not, that mayhem should not be recognized as negative. And that's why I really focus on breaking the stigmas against all those negative, that negative
I love
language
mayhem.
and all. Yeah. And to me, it's important, bringing awareness is one thing. And then the acceptance is something that I find unbelievably difficult in so many. Like, people can say, oh yeah, I'm this, and I'm supportive of this, or I'm supportive of that. Yeah, Katie J. But when it comes down to it, there's a lot of judgment, and there's a lot of closed-mindedness. And I think that they feel like, oh, well, just because I'm aware, I know, but that doesn't really mean that they're accepting.
Right.
And then the stigmas are still perpetuated. The stuff still continues. So I just find it that it's empowering to just embrace it, and find again those that are around us that can understand where we're at, meet us where we're at, and then you don't have to walk alone. You don't have to deal with it alone.
But do you think there's like
hi Trav
threshold? Yeah.
What do you mean?
Travis Lochner monster is on the anyway.
Beast mode.
Yeah,
Mr. Brother.
I called him the Loch Ness monster once. So it was pretty funny. I thought it was funny. Anyway, I laugh at myself. But so do you think there's like because you mentioned other people embracing your mayhem. So
yeah,
life is mayhem as far as I'm concerned. I mean, there's been very few moments in my life where it was like quiet or zero stress or zero fear or zero whatever. So there's always a certain level of mayhem. But do you think there's like a certain threshold of mayhem where your others in your life have to recognize it and come help you? I guess. Yeah, I embrace it, but I think just sometimes it seems
too much.
Even if I'm embracing it, sometimes to me it seems unmanageable and I need help.
Yeah.
Like to ask for help, not wait for it.
Yeah, that's so valid, so important. And I think that's where the conversation starts to go into compassion and showing kindness to others, not knowing what other people are honestly, truly going through, what is going on in their hearts and in their minds and in their souls. And
Mhm.
and then that's when the darkness really sets in. And I always like to bring up suicide awareness and just the depths of the darkness that one can be that no one ever knows, because on camera we're smiling. I got my makeup on, I combed my hair barely, I tried to, whatever.
I had to go on 2 different things of Restream.
Yeah, like we're right. Oh yeah, the login thing. But we're all like, there's a certain face we have to keep. And sometimes it's like, oh, and so, I mean, even for me, it's hard. Even for me, like I'm by far, I get very insecure and I get put on the makeup and I just, it's hard to kind of be completely vulnerable.
Right.
But so, I mean, this is all inclusive here. Like we're all in the same, I think. And that's what I love that community.
Yeah, we're all human.
We're all got our, great days and we all have our shit days and in between, and just constant kindness, I think, is really something that helps as we continue to move through life and we're dealing with all the mayhem and the person next to you is dealing with theirs. Your relatives, your family members, whoever, people in your job, people around you in the,
so what is
public spots, places.
What does kindness look like to you? And what I mean by that is, like, some people equate kindness. This is going to sound judgmental, but it's the only thing that came to mind. Some people associate kindness with like mamby-pamby behavior where everything's good and let me pat you on the back and, oh, that's great that you did that, blah, blah. But to me, I mean, I think, and I'm asking you what your opinion, I think kindness you can be tough and still be kind. Like if someone's in their shit, sometimes you gotta really push them to get out of there.
Okay.
And some people would just say that's not kindness. To me, oh yeah, it is, because you're doing it. You are, like you said before, you're joining them where they are. You understand where they are, and you have a pretty good idea that sometimes where they are, it's okay and they should embrace it, but you can help them get out of it.
Yeah, I think with kindness, for me, I don't expect any sort of movement. It's really like a gift. Now, when I had to go look up, so the quality of being friendly, generous, and considerate. So that's really good, right? Just being friendly, just putting out a positive, warm, supportive tone without really expecting anything. That to me is kind. A smile is kindness. Or something, I think that is a very, in itself, like the simple way and the way that I interpret kindness. It's not really like there's this huge action behind it and there should be like this huge effect either.
Well, it's a way of being.
Yeah.
I mean, and considerate, actually, I think that's a good word for what you said before, getting to where someone else is, or going to where, joining them where they are, whatever.
Right.
Well, because the only reason I was asking that is I used to work at a suicide hotline, and one of the things they tell you is that if the person, it seems imminent, like they're going to do it, you start asking them questions, which don't seem kind, but they are. I think they follow the definition you just gave: friendly, considerate, and compassionate. What was the third word?
I'm not. Considerate, kindness, generous.
Gentle. Okay, so generous. It's not necessarily. Well, it could be gentle. It depends how you do it. You don't punch them in the face with it, but you go.
No, so generous.
Have you thought it? Are you
giving
generous
without expecting anything? Oh, okay. And just generosity.
Because on the suicide hotline, you'd ask, like, how are you going to do it? When are you going to do it? If you thought it was imminent, you ask them those 2 questions.
Correct. You want to make
do your best. Then you call the police or whatever to go help them. So, but I mean, to me, that is kindness, but it's not like some people have. I like what you said.
No,
kindness is without expectation of effect. I like that. It comes from the inner whatever, inner acceptance kind of thing.
A gift. For me, it's just a gift. I'm just giving you something without.
That should be the name of your book.
Thank you.
The Gift of Kindness by Dee Jae Durante.
I was, again, going back to the values. It's something I was really working on recently. I made an Instagram post
Mm-hmm.
about digging into my values and something I posted more privately, a longer version of it in the Mighty Networks with the soul-centered experience, because I was really digging into that. And I thought at first compassion, right? I've prided myself on compassion. Compassion is something I've said numerous times, but just recently this week I looked at the definition and I was like, wait a minute, maybe that's not really what I mean. Well, I'll just finish this thought here real quick. Let me go back to what turned me off about the word compassion, where I was like, well, that's not really what I mean.
Right.
When I let me see. Oh gosh, gotta love Google. It says a sympathetic pity or concern for sufferings or misfortune of others. So to me, I didn't really like.
Is there another definition? That sounds horrible.
That does sound horrible, right? A feeling of sympathy or pity for others.
But don't you think you can use the word like in your own way, or
well,
do you think you gotta conform to what other people?
I started to dig into the definition, and I was like, so I liked generosity because I don't want to give anyone pity or what was the other word? Like I do have concerns for them, but the concerns doesn't come from a place of pity.
Right. I mean, that's why I prefer
from a place of generosity.
Yeah, exactly. And I prefer empathy over sympathy.
And kindness. So that's why I said maybe compassion's not the word. Maybe more like kindness and generosity. Robert.
So Rob's digging deep. You can answer this if you want.
Yeah. So let's see. So those were, and for me, those were just one set. There goes the camera again. Darn. So I'm confusing kindness with agreement. Ooh, Robert, that's a good statement. We can talk about that. Agreement. That's a strong one. Yeah. My values. And then for me, like adventure in the sense of growth and development, ongoing growth development, being a life learner. That's a value that I really would just feel so lost if I didn't have that. And I wasn't able to keep continuing to grow.
Right.
In some capacity, and I know at some point, life will throw, something at me where that might be, but I hope I don't lose that. For me, that's really core, that I want to do that growth, and I want to encourage others to do that growth and continue to grow and just become better beings.
Oh yeah. I mean, that's an important one to me too, lifelong learner.
Yeah. And that I'm gonna mess with this one more time. Let's see.
That's fine. Oh, I think you should draw like a face on your thumb and then you yeah, exactly.
And I don't even got to figure out the last one where it was more about
the kindness agreement one, or that one.
Well, there were just like 3 sets that I kind of was just really and then more, not so much freedom. So this was the last point. I'm gonna have to bring up something. Hold on, I got a cheat sheet.
No problem.
Let me bring up the post.
That's why I give the questions beforehand. I mean, some people go, "What do you do? Give me the question beforehand. That'll ruin your show." I go, "Well, no. It's specifically about a certain topic."
Yeah.
And half my guests, actually it's 50-50. So 50% of the guests go, "That's cool," and then the other 50 either don't want me to give them the questions or they don't follow them anyway. Rob Berry. No, just kidding.
Robert. Okay. Wait. Okay. So the last set of values that I really lean into is freedom and independence, right? Freedom and independence in our own selves and who we are and how we're able to not only live our life, because we're fortunate enough to be here in the United States, but that really for all humans to be free and independent. But when I started digging, I was like, well, that's not really capturing what I mean. I don't mean in the sense of like independence and freedom, but more autonomy. So
get the self-governance.
Right. So that's where I ended up more so after doing some work there and really getting into the meanings because of the advocacy component. Robert, you're funny. Because of the advocacy component, right? And then the autonomy of all of us, of each single person that deserves dignity, that deserves respect, and they deserve to have the choice to feel whole in themselves.
Right. So Rob basically stole my script and is asking my questions, but that's cool. Did you notice it's just like the things I gave you? Well, how do you live those, DJ?
Oh wow, are we? We're coming up on an hour here. 10 minutes.
Yeah.
There.
We'll end in about
Woo!
10, 12 minutes. Yeah.
But how
And
do
the
I live
last
my
couple of minutes, you could like it's shameless self promotion, so you can promote
well, I
anything.
mean, and I think that the way I like in the message of my show really amplifies my values, and that's always those questions is crossing over, right? The litmus test of our values, and it's everything that we're doing, the decisions we're making, are we filtering it through our values to make sure that again it's aligned with our core self, our soul self, our true essence of what we're here to do and be.
And here's the new t-shirt caption: feeling whole is the goal.
I love that. That sounds like a great little tagline there. Feeling whole is the goal. Wow.
So Mackenzie, I will give you 2 months to put that in a t-shirt or a bumper sticker, and if not, I'm doing
it. That's awesome. No, we have some trademark or copyright or whatever that's called. I'm just kidding. But
no, I know.
Yeah, no, so really important. Yeah, like purpose and passion and being a leader and just everything is really intertwined. The conversation really just does continue to kind of it overlap, and one subject can kind of graze the other or can just full head on.
Right. So what are you I forgot the word. Oh,
no, I'm laughing at Robert's comment. I need to work on my core exercises. I'm going to do some planks later. Do a little yoga, a little planking.
Yeah, that was a double entendre for him to get it core so I feel cool and feel whole. But then he's like, yeah. Because do you know Tony Scullion?
No.
So he's a guy who lives in Dubai. He's like a trainer dude. He puts on videos about exercise and stuff. So he did one on core exercises, and then Rob commented, I've been doing that for the last year. I love Rob. Anyway, so obviously you're gonna keep doing the Mayhem Show. You're gonna keep doing your day job. Is there anything else you're gonna grow into, or? So
I've actually partnered, like working with Arbonne and their products. I'm trying a little direct sales.
What are Arbonne?
It's like they do like holistic products for like makeup and skincare and nutrition, and it's really like a very like green, earthy, sustainable, empowering company.
Are you wearing them now?
I am.
There you go. See, there's advertisement
right now. I am. I've got. Yeah. Actually,
is it like a multi-level marketing thing? And before Rob comments, that's not a bad thing. It depends on the person. Anyway, is it like a multi-level marketing thing?
I don't think so. But yes and no. I don't know. I've never really done one of those, so I really don't have anything to compare it to. Yeah. But I think it's more like direct. I don't know, honestly. But the products are good. That's all I'm saying. That's why I actually
that's good.
Go with it. Like I'm pretty selective and where I spend my time and what I'm going to commit to and what I'm going to put as a priority in my life and into my business and the decisions that I need to make. So thank you.
Is it spelled Arbonne?
Arbonne.
Oh, that's French or something.
Arbonne. Yeah, it's global, it's international, but they have amazing products. So I'm really excited. We'll see how it goes. Like I got like their little makeup. See, this is like their right here, and I don't have my nails. Sorry about my nails. She's got the stuff. Yeah. So
that's the logo. I meant to put it up there.
Oh yeah. Hey, contact me if you want some Arbonne makeup.
That would be Rob's great. Comment.
Can you help Mark? I can. Let's hook it up. I just got the eyeliner today. This is like the little box. And
that's definitely what I need.
It's adorable. So, and because I love liquid eyeliner and I really enjoy makeup. So, I figured something that's I'm passionate about, right? I love makeup. I love skincare. I love self-care. I love,
Well, I think that's what people misunderstand about sales. A lot of people have the view of sales like I don't know if you've ever seen the movie Used Cars, but the typical used car salesman where they're trying to force you to buy something you don't want and they push and they're real pushy. That's not a
Yeah.
good. That's not a good salesman. We're all in sales, and the
Right.
way, I mean, a good salesman does exactly what you said, like about 15 minutes ago. You go to where the person is, and then if you don't
Okay.
understand where the person is, and you don't understand what they need or what problem they're trying to solve or opportunity they're trying to leverage, like if
Uh-huh.
you find someone that, I really hate my makeup. It's like, well, I use Arbonne and I'm wearing it right now. It's really, and it's
Yeah.
natural and blah blah blah, and it's cost. It's good. That's a
That
good
makes sense.
salesperson.
Oh, yeah. And I think that's why it was just a natural fit
What
for
is
me.
that? Fleek.
On fleek. Oh, the slang. I love it. Woo! It is on fleek, girl. You like that?
What does fleek mean? I'm stupid. I'm an
Like
older.
cool, like
Oh,
hot,
okay.
like popping. Like, I don't know.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
like Generation X here, so what do I know?
Yeah, I'm way back, like the bomb, that kind of thing.
Yeah, exactly. Here, let me see if oh, here we
Or
go. I
actually,
found
isn't the
it.
new one dead? That's dead.
Here, let me see if I will pop it. Oh God. Is there oh the dog? I try to put it in the comment
This
there.
is my companion dog.
Is there a
He's
chat?
not.
Private chat. Here it is. Put it in the private chat. And then I put
Okay.
it in the LinkedIn. But that's Arbonne, and they're environmentally green. They are gluten-free, vegan-free, don't test on animals, be certified. So again, they had a lot of encompassing values of something that I knew I could stand behind.
Yeah. I think that's a perfect example of who you are.
Yeah. So thank you. I appreciate it.
No problem. Here, we'll just leave that up there.
I'm Gen X. I know. Me too. Me too. Gen X. Here we go. Gen Xers.
There's a new name for Gen Zers, Zoomers.
Oh, really? I don't know. I haven't heard that term.
I want to promote that because there's this guy that does like a monthly slang thing.
Mm-hmm.
So he does 21 slang words. I don't know if he does it every week or every month, but the last one was Zoomer. So I'm like, I kind of like that. You're not Gen Z, you're a Zoomer. Rob Berry goes, I'm just old.
No. That is just, what do we call that?
Rob, you're a Gen Xer, aren't you?
Yeah.
What comes after baby boomers and Gen X?
I don't know. That I don't know.
I don't either. Anyways, back to passion purpose. So we're coming up to the end. Is Arbonne your shameless self-promotion? You could add something else new, like Mayhem and.
We talked about the show. I have my business. I'm definitely helping people, in the back, behind the scenes when they need stuff when it comes to live streaming and just helping them with their live stream. So that's been really nice. And it's enjoyable.
How do you connect with people for that? Is that like a business or?
Yeah, they just message me and say, hey, I know that. And I get referrals. People clients refer other clients. And I do have I'm kind of backed up on my work because it's a lot of work. So business is good. Everything's really good. I'm really fortunate that I can actually have an LLC and extra income, multiple streams of income. And I'm really trying to make opportunity for myself like we all are. And help others along the way, right? That's what it's about. Not only for me, but abundance mentality for everyone. Peace.
So how do they contact you for that one? Where do they get a hold of you for that one?
LinkedIn. Always LinkedIn. They can reach me. If someone emails me, that's fine. But normally I'm not. I check my emails, but I don't take cold emails. I prefer a LinkedIn connection.
And then LinkedIn is
there's
Dee Jae
a profile
Durante,
of these. There's a profile you can read along with it, so you kind of have a better idea of who's trying to collab with you. But I love collabing. I love working with individuals and just any, from small projects.
Is that who you are on LinkedIn?
I think that's me. I don't know. I don't know what you're putting out there.
Oh, you can't see it?
It looks like my name. I see
but is that how it's on LinkedIn?
Yeah,
I'm just trying to get people to connect with it.
Yeah, no, I appreciate that. Yeah.
All right.
I just put it, I can't really remember, but.
Oh, hold it. You know what? I'll do what you did. I'll just go on there. Let's see.
Copy and paste. Here.
Oh yeah, okay. I just spelled it wrong. You're supposed to capitalize the J and the R. Okay, so here's you on. Oh, that's even better.
It's whatever.
Hey, let's see if I can copy that. See how technical I am. Copy, and then I'll put it in there. So here's how you.
Oh, that's so silly. I don't know why I put it in LinkedIn. That's so silly, but gotta
Is that
love
right? Yeah. No, that's the wrong one. No, that's your business.
No, that's just my. It doesn't matter. That was just a mess up. That's my own LinkedIn on LinkedIn. That's so funny. You should put it to the YouTube, and you already did that, so it's fine. It's fine, all really. Right. The people that are here already know me. This is not.
There might be a few new people. You never know.
Your brother. So your brother.
Oh yeah, there you go, Brian. If you're gonna do a live show, contact Dee Jae, and then I'll get mad at you that you didn't contact me first. But that's.
That's funny.
Nah, yeah, cool. So I mean, I really enjoyed this. I'm so happy you came on here.
Yes.
Yeah, so contact Dee Jae on LinkedIn. It's Dee Jae Durante, and this is how it looks when I typed it in just recently. But it'll probably doesn't matter with the caps. They'll find you.
Yeah, it's fine. It's not a big deal. It's been a blast. Thank you so much for inviting me. I know we've had this planned for quite a while, and there was some like rescheduling. I think we had a rescheduling issue or something. So, or maybe I thought it was a live and then it was a Zoom or.
Oh yeah. Because you weren't. Well, the reason we did that is because you weren't comfortable going live right away. So I'm like, oh, let's just get together and talk, and then we'll see if you want to go live. And I mean, by the way, not to promote myself, but I'll be on your show anytime you want me.
Hey,
because I'm all about mayhem.
I want to know some of that mayhem. You definitely gonna have to share it. Definitely gonna have to share some of it.
Oh yeah, I'll just make. I don't know if you. Some of my posts or sometimes my videos, I just make a long list of. I'm dyslexic. I'm on the spectrum. I do like a big list.
Oh, okay.
Of all the mayhem. Anyway.
All the mayhem.
That's right.
All the mayhem going all up inside of us, right?
Yeah. So I just want to thank everyone for showing up, especially Dee Jae.
Thank you.
You all know why we all love her now, as if you didn't know before. And then as I end all my shows, I'll come back in a second, but I like to end with living your best life creates a better world for everyone. And then speaking of trademarks and copyrights, I'm actually trademarking this. I think in 2 months it'll be mine for class 38 and 41. But anyone can use it. The only reason I got a trademark is so that no one could block me from using it, but anyone's welcome to use it. So any final thoughts?
I'm just so appreciative that we can have conversations to just continue to empower others and, share the light.
Cool. Let's end with that then. Dee Jae says, share the light. Everybody, thank you for coming. We'll catch you on the replay or whatever. And we'll be back next week. So stay on, and I'll be in the green room in a second. Okay. So see y'all later. Bye. Have a great weekend.